What's happening, MJ traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Monday, January 22nd. Hope you're doing awesome. And in this video, I've got another exciting update for you today. It seems like the good news just keeps on coming in. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos today, that we could see a vote on German legalization next month. And we have confirmation of that being on track from the health minister. Before we get to it, I want to thank today's sponsor, and that is Moomoo. Moomoo has been sponsoring our channel for a while now, and I've gotten used to the platform for my daily trades and analysis. What I really like most about Moomoo is the ultra low trading fees and also the extended trading hours in the US markets. Moomoo is a global brand founded in Silicon Valley and also has 21 million users worldwide. Moomoo Financial Canada Inc. is also a member of CIPF, which means your money is protected up to $1 million for general accounts, so you don't have to worry about the safety of your money. If you're like me, you used to pay $5 or $10 per trade. So if I were to execute 5 trades, that would cost me on average around $50. Whereas now with Moomoo, if I execute 5 trades, I only have to spend $10. Using Moomoo, you only pay $1.99 per trade. For those in Canada, Moomoo also launched RRSPs and TFSAs this month. If you'd like to learn more or sign up and take advantage of some of these amazing incentives and features, I will leave links for this in the comment section and in the description box below. Karl Lauterbach, the health minister, said that MJ legalization vote is on track for next month. And this is something that we were anticipating. They keep kicking it down the road, right? It's been something that has been happening for a while now, where they just keep delay, but it looks like it's finally coming to fruition. But make sure to remember that none of what I say is financial advice, right? This is just my own thoughts and opinions, and I'm not a financial advisor. So don't make buying or selling decisions based on anything that I say or anything that I write. Also, make sure to give us a follow over on X, which is formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. I actually sent out this over an hour ago, mentioning, and it's in an article from MSN. You can see here, German health minister confident MJ legalization bill will be in effect by April, despite the opposition. So it goes on to say that Karl Lauterbach says he is optimistic that MJ legalization will be approved by the Bundestag in February and become law in April. His comments come shortly after legalization measure was attacked by various members of governing coalition. So I am continuing to assume that the MJ Act will be passed by the Bundestag in the week between February 19th and the 23rd and will go into force from April 1st, Lauterbach told Sunday edition of Die Welt, adding that the legislation is moving along. And then there was also an article that just came out. If we just refresh it here, it was said like 5 seconds ago. Yeah, it still says 5 seconds ago. It's definitely longer than 5 seconds now. But top German official says MJ legalization vote on track for next month, despite growing criticism in parliament. He added that increased THC potency in unregulated products necessitates the reform, stating the illicit market must therefore be dried up. The controlled distribution of MJ is the right way to achieve this, combined with special protection for children and young people, Lauterbach said. So while Lauterbach predicts a vote on legalization bid will proceed next month, it hasn't been scheduled yet. And as some state interior ministers mount opposition to the reform, certain members of the Social Democratic Party, SPD, who support legalization in principle, have increasingly questioned the specifics of the measure that was adopted by the federal cabinet last August. So again, it's pretty lengthy. If you want to read this on your own time, I highly encourage you to go check it out. But those are the main important pieces. And I just did a video as well on MJ legalization will be on the ballot for Florida. And that was right from the horse's mouth from Governor DeSantis. So looks like everything is moving in the right direction. We have all of our catalysts that we could possibly want or need. We have potential for rescheduling as well at some point over the next few months. I've done a video on that as well. You can scroll down here. When will the DA announce their rescheduling decision? I give my thoughts and opinions on that. Spoiler alert, I think it'll be sometime between now and the end of April. But this is all looking very, very good. We could get Florida on the ballot, German vote next month, and potentially enacted into law in April, and then rescheduling as well. We could even see after that uplisting to the NYSE and the NASDAQ. We saw TerraSan Cureleaf uplisting to the Toronto Stock Exchange, so they're uplisting to the Canadian major exchanges, and then that's just a stepping stone on to the next, which will be the US major exchanges. So I'm excited, and if you recall, I did a video. If you go to the Pow Group YouTube channel, go to Shorts, and then I've already posted this, but Germany, so yeah, it was this one right here. So the companies that stand to gain the most from German legalization. So they have here Tilray Brands, Cureleaf Holdings, and just so happens that those are my 2 biggest MJ holdings in my portfolio. My biggest is Tilray, and then Cureleaf Then they mention Kronos Group, Organogram, and Aurora. Another name as well that they don't mention on here would be Canopy Growth through their kindergarten facility. We know they have their cultivation facility there is EU GMP certified, so that's going to be another player in this space, which they did not mention. But I agree. I think Tilray and Curaleaf are going to be absolute juggernauts, not just in that market, but around the globe. But I think they stand to benefit the most. And then you could argue maybe Aurora, but I personally like Tilray and Curaleaf the best. And let me know your thoughts and opinions on this if you hold these in your portfolio. If you haven't seen my MJ portfolio holdings with percentage breakdown, I go over my entire MJ portfolio with percentages, but it's been a while. I also maxed out my TFSA this month. For those of you that don't know, it's a tax-free savings account. Canadians got $7,000 we can add, and all that grows tax-free. So that's my long-term no-touch account. And then eventually I'll be able to take that out tax-free, no penalty, right? And then I should do a video at some point over the next, I would say I'll probably do it over the next couple of months, where I'll do another MJ portfolio update for 2024 because it has changed quite a bit. But my biggest holding by far is Tilray Brands, and then my second biggest holding is Curaleaf. And like I said, I'm very, very bullish on these. And again, if you haven't seen this video, you can go check out the short video, but it was from an article that I made into a short. But then they go into all the details of why they like these companies for German legalization and expansion. So I think this is going to be a massive market. It's basically the size of Canada, and it's going to be a stepping stone for the rest of the EU. And then, as we know, Canada is basically a trial run for the US as well, right? We know that Canada, and if you think about it, Canada actually launched a Bitcoin spot ETF way before the US did, and then shortly after, the US just recently approved some spot Bitcoin ETFs as well. So usually that when we see any kind of new emerging industry or technology, usually the United States is never first, but they're never last, right? And we usually see other countries, it's usually somebody in the EU or, UK or somewhere, maybe Canada. One of the, the major countries start to adopt it, and then we start to see, that kind of framework, that blueprint. And then, like I said, the US is usually never last either. And then they can leapfrog everybody, right? They can let everybody else be first to the party because they know that they have the economic power and the most powerful economy in the world, that when they do embrace something, like I said, they'll just leapfrog everybody else, right? Because they have the most powerful economy, so they can do that, right? But obviously things are pointing in the right direction. As I've said for many, many months now, the charts are looking like we could see massive explosions into, call it April, May. And as the saying goes, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. And this is exactly what we've been expecting. Lots of names are confirming monthly uptrends. We had Curaleaf do so, AYR, then GTBIF, so Green Thumb, just recently confirmed a monthly uptrend. And with this news from DeSantis and Florida ballot, we're seeing Trulieve very, very close to confirming a monthly uptrend as well. And MSOS, the ETF, is very close from confirming a monthly uptrend as well, which would be the first time in its history confirming a monthly uptrend. So things are pointing in the right direction. We have Tilray very close to confirming daily, weekly, and monthly uptrends. I did a video on Tilray earlier today. If you haven't seen that, you can check it out. But going down it there, let me know if you're excited. Let me know what you think of this news. Do you think we're going to get the vote next month? Do you think it's going to pass? And do you think this time they'll finally get things done? Or do you think they're going to continue to kick the can down the road in Germany and in German legislature? Because, like I said, it's been frustrating. We know that that's basically been the theme for MJ over the last few years. Frustrating to say the least. So I think our time is coming, and like I said in one of my previous videos, 2024 is our year. But going down it there, it's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.